guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carol and the name of my channel is My Blessed Nest. I'm super excited to be filming for you today a collab. It's called Spring Home Decorate with Me Challenge, and it's hosted by Heidi Sonboul at Happily Thriving Heidi and Lindsey Domer of Domer Home. Now, I wasn't real sure I could pull this together to decorate this early for spring, but I really wanted to participate in the challenge, so I made it happen, and boy am I glad that I did. This challenge has really lifted my spirits. It's been cold and snowy, and I'm really tired of winter. So let's get started and let me show you what I've decorated in my home already for spring. My tour begins in my dining room on top of my jelly cupboard. I've done a totally different display this year than I've ever done before. Starting out, I've incorporated one of my springy looking thermoses, and then I have this old scale that was my grandma's and then my mother's. I love the patina on it. On top of the scale, I have a green depression glass bowl with a scalloped edge, and that has Dollar Tree eggs in it. Mr. Bunny has a handmade by me bow tie made out of bow tie pasta. I painted it yellow and put some white polka dots on it with a paint pen. I added a tea towel from Grove Collaborative to give a little texture to the vignette. There's a piece behind my planter that I don't know what it is. I got it in a $1 box at a thrift store, and it adds a little texture. And the planter I got at a local store. I purchased this green pitcher at a local gift shop years ago, and I put some fake tulips in that I've had for years, and I think they look pretty lifelike. Next, I'm going to show you our beverage cart, which I found at a flea market and transformed. This is my two-tiered tray that I thrifted. On the top there's a little bucket, probably from the Dollar Tree years ago, my collection of Winnie the Pooh books, which I thought were very colorful for this time of year, and a little salt and pepper shaker chick that I got thrifting. On the second shelf of my two-tiered tray, I have a basket from Target with some puppets in, and then Mr. and Mrs. Bunny I thrifted last year, and then I just have a little clay pot I turned over on its side with some Dollar Tree eggs. This picture was my mother-in-law's, and I think this is the third season that I've decorated it for. I just switch out the flowers. And then this little egg was made in ceramics by my grandma, and she originally made it for my mom, and then my mom gave it to me, and it's really special because my grandma made it. Everything is sitting on a tray that I thrifted for, I think it was $1, it might have been $3. This clock was a gift early on in our marriage from my husband, and I just displayed 3 of my favorite clocks on each of the 3 shelves. Moving on down to the second shelf on my cart, I have a nice little display on my mom's milk glass cake stand that she gave me. There's a mossy bunny that's probably from Michael's or Joann's, another piece of that textured stuff, I don't know what it is, with a couple Easter eggs from the Dollar Tree, and then I think this little flower pot was from that same $1 bin as well, and I just have some Easter grass and an egg inside of it. On the final shelf I have this lovely tin that I thrifted. I don't know what it's called or what it was for, but I thought it looked very springy. Now we're moving into my living room, and the first place I'm going to show you is how I decorated my mantel. I like to decorate with a mix of candlesticks, and some are from my mother-in-law, and then one of them is a wedding gift we received. I made this little wreath here out of items from the Dollar Tree, and these two adorable little eggs were made by our youngest daughter in grade school, so those are special to me. And there's a candlestick that I did a makeover on. This little guy I found last week at the Goodwill. He was $3, and fortunately he had a green tag, so he was only $1.50 that day. Look at his adorable little face, and he's pushing a wheelbarrow. On the other side of the mantle, I'm featuring this new sign that I just made. It's my Happy Easter Bunny sign, and I will put a couple clips in and give you just a real quick tutorial of how I made that. And then I have my Valentine's bouquet that I made for Valentine's Day, and it looks springy to me, so I'm keeping it up. I used this extra piece of wood for my bunny craft and some burnt umber craft paint, which I watered down, and I used it to paint the front and all of the sides to make the board look like it was stained. I printed out the patterns I wanted. The bunny is from Pinterest, and then the words I just printed out off my computer. The next step was to use this spray adhesive to adhere the bunny to the board using the instructions for a temporary bond. I then painted over everything, pattern and all, with white paint. Here's the fun part. My husband peeled off the pattern and revealed the bunny rabbit, just like magic. I didn't show a clip of it, but I actually used graphite paper to put my lettering on, and I can link below another video where I've showed how to do that. And then I just placed a cotton ball right in the middle for his tail. Back to the living room, I'm showing you my bunny garland hanging from my mantle. I got this at Kohl's a couple years ago, and I think the bunnies are just so sweet the way they made them, the different colors and patterns. Here's the bunny that my husband made me out of pallet wood, and I painted it. Look at his little face, how sweet. I decided to showcase one of my Longaberger baskets here. It's an Easter basket, and it's got two of my bunnies in it. I thought the grandkids would get a kick out of that. In the corner, I have this old chair that was my mother-in-law's with another Longaberger basket on it. I like to arrange flowers in it for the season. On my little thrifted green tray by the window, I made this little beaded garland that says spring on it. It reminds me of those candy necklaces we used to get when we were kids. And I have it sitting on a thrifted basket. And there's a bunny that I've had for years, and a newly thrifted milk glass bowl with a couple Dollar Tree eggs. And then there's a doily on there that I liked and thought it added a little springy touch. I'm just going to show you a real quick clip of my coffee table and how I decorated it with a lantern vignette, and I will link the video that showcased that below if you want to see the video and know more about each little item. This is on top of our armoire in the living room, and this is a ceramic bunny that my grandma made for my mom, and my mom passed it on down to me. The next item is a cross that was given to me by a special friend. And lastly, this is a beloved teapot that I've had for years that I wanted to add into the mix to make it just a little bit more springy. Guess what I found at the Dollar Tree? A pink pickup truck sign. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Check out the little bunny crawling into the back of the truck. Isn't he adorable? Here's a couple bunnies I had when I was younger, and I'd like to display them on my little bench. So I've had this ceramic bunny and wheelbarrow for years, but I've never put them together until this year. My grandma specially made the ceramic bunny for me. He looks like a pet bunny I had named Louie. He was my favorite pet of all time. I can't really remember where I got the wheelbarrow from. Maybe it was thrifted or from a garage sale. And then I just put some more speckled Dollar Tree eggs inside. And then I have a cute little lace doily underneath. This area is at the bottom of our steps. I have it set on an old chicken coop or something like that I thrifted. And I have an old mirror that I found in my mother-in-law's garage, and I gave it a nice little makeover. And then I have a free printable that I put in a regular 8x10 frame. And then this little flower arrangement was something I made for a challenge or collab last year, and I still love it. Here's another bunny I have on my steps from my childhood. I made this wreath out of an old bicycle wheel that I found on my dad's porch. So if you'd like to see how I did that, I'll link that below. I had so much fun showing you my spring decorations, and I hope this inspires you to start decorating your home for spring. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll link that below. Please be sure and check out the playlist. I will link that in my description box. And also don't forget to check out Heidi Sonboul's and Lindsey Domer's channel, which I'll link their channels as well. Show them some love. Thanks, Heidi and Lindsey, for hosting this challenge. I'm so happy that you did because I loved participating in it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.